readings today come from the New Testament, and we start with the letter to James, or James's letter, I guess. And if I could open up the page, that'd be dangerous. We begin in James chapter 1, verse 17 through 27. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. He chose to give us birth through the word of truth, that we might be a kind and first fruits of all he created. My dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry, for man's anger does not bring about the righteous life that God desires. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like a man who looks at his face in a mirror and, after looking at himself, goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But the man who looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues to do this, not forgetting what he has heard, but doing it, he will be blessed in all what he does. If anyone considers himself righteous and does not keep a tight rein on his tongue, he deceives himself, and his religion is worthless. Religion that God, our Father, accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Here ends the reading. Our gospel comes from the Gospel of Mark today. Please rise if you are able. And I read from Mark chapter 7, verses 1 through 8, and then 14 through 23. The Pharisees and some of the teachers of the law who came from Jerusalem gathered around Jesus and saw some of his disciples eating food with hands that were unclean, that is, unwashed. The Pharisees and all the Jews did not eat unless they gave their hands a ceremonial washing, holding to the tradition of the elders. When they come from the marketplace, they do not eat unless they wash. And they observe many other traditions, such as the washing of cups, pitchers, and kettles. So the Pharisees and the teachers of the law asked Jesus, "Why don't your disciples live according to the traditions of the elders, instead of eating their food with unclean hands?" Jesus replied, "Isaiah was right when he prophesied about your hypocrisies, as it is written, 'These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are but rules taught by men.' You have let go of the commands of God and are holding on to traditions of men." Again, Jesus called the crowd to him and said, "Listen to me, everyone, and understand this. Nothing outside a man can make him unclean by going into him. Rather, it is what comes out of a man that makes him unclean." After he had left the crowd and entered the house, his disciples asked him about this parable. "Are you so dull?" he asked. "Don't you see that nothing that enters a man from the outside can make him unclean? For it doesn't go into his heart, but into his stomach, and then out of his body." In saying this, Jesus declared all foods clean. He went on, "What comes out of a man is what makes him unclean. For from within, out of a man's hearts, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, lewdness, envy, slander, arrogance, and folly. All these evils come from inside and make a man unclean." Here ends the gospel reading.
Thanks be to God. You may be seated. colleague of mine was telling a group of us the story about the first church that she served after she got ordained. It was a congregation up in the UP. Now, just like we might have chili or pancake suppers down here in Wisconsin, Uper churches had pasty suppers. Now, my colleague admitted that she was not very good in the kitchen, so in order to help, she offered to get some good sturdy boxes for all the takeout orders that were going to come in that night. So she went to the local liquor store and got many, many boxes for the church pasty supper. When she carried them into the church, people gasped. And they looked at her like she was naked or something. She laughed and she assured them, no, I didn't drink all this alcohol. No, I just went to the local liquor store to pick them up. But they still continued to stare at her with disgust. She soon discovered that not only did her congregation frown on anyone who drank alcohol, but you were also never supposed to set foot into an establishment that sold alcohol. That's how good Christians act, they told her. She did not stay long in that congregation. She felt condemned when all she was trying to do was help them out. She knew she would be forever less than in their eyes, and her ministry lost all its power. The church carries a lot of power. And unfortunately, when a few people in the church complain, condemn, or judge others, it seems like those people are God, speaking for God. Herein lies the reason why many people want nothing to do with church these days. We got a bad reputation with this, folks. Now, every church has its own traditions, such as whether or not adult beverages are good or bad, such as what is appropriate dress, or what songs to sing, or what you serve at a church supper, or what's considered proper liturgy, and on and on the list goes of these traditions. As important as these traditions are to each of us, it's just too easy for us to forget that traditions are not from God. Traditions are not a substitute for God's word. Traditions are not put in place to allow us to judge others. Traditions are here to help, not hinder, help people get closer to God. Today in our gospel reading, we see the Pharisees get upset that Jesus' disciples broke a tradition of washing their hands, a tradition of the elders, the scriptures tell us. It was so common that there was one way to wash up before eating that to consider any other way was impossible, unthinkable. Now, the Pharisees were believed to be the authority on traditions, and the disciples were not respecting their authority. And when someone goes against a tradition, It makes the people in authority very nervous. Because if they got rid of one tradition, what else are they going to get rid of? All too often, we in the church, pastors, leaders, faithful churchgoers, we take on the authority to declare who and to declare what is okay in God's eyes. We as a church hold a lot of power. What are we going to do with that power? Jesus tells us today that there is nothing on the outside of a person that defiles them. Not their clothing, not their traditions, not their rituals, not their food or beverage. It's what's in the heart of someone. And do we ever really know what is in someone's heart? God knows, but we don't. We can't. Too often we confuse our uncomfortable, unease, our traditions, our fears, our rules with what we think God desires for everybody. Now, in that James passage that Ralph shared with us, we are encouraged to be doers of the word, not merely hearers of the word. James warns us that we can forget who we are. We are like those who look at ourselves in a mirror and then immediately forget what we saw. When that church judged my colleague for walking into a liquor store to pick up some boxes for their fundraiser, they forgot who they were. Sisters and brothers in Christ together. If we do